Hi there, I'm John of John's Carnivorous Plants. This is my indoor nursery, and today we are going to be talking about why are online carnivorous plant groups so toxic? Well, this is one of those things that has been noted quite a bit whenever you talk to people online of like, oh, what kind of groups are there for carnivorous plants? And you'll very commonly see people say a lot of the plant communities related to carnivorous plants are toxic. And then you go look and then you see that, oh, some of them have 100,000 people, some of them have 70,000 people, but then the activity is very minimal compared to the amount of people that are in these groups. Well, look no further than, like, for example, Facebook, to which you'll notice that there are certain groups like the beginner carnivorous plant group, well, growers or something like that, or the carnivorous plant community. But then you look and then you find what is called, I don't know if I can say this in the first minute of the video, but like shitpost group. Here's hoping I don't get demonetized for that. But these groups tend to, meme or make fun of the people that are posting in these other groups that are much newer to the hobby or uneducated in horticulture in general. And then whenever somebody, becomes a meme in those groups, they tend to become a target by the online trolls who then continually harass them, leading to the situation where you see, 70 to 100,000 people in a group, but then only 25 to 100 of them at most are talking. It's because, frankly, people get harassed out of the online communities, and generally speaking, by a small group of individuals who frankly are using carnivorous plants as a way of making themselves feel superior to other people. These are also tend to be the people that are trying to be like, oh, I'm an elitist because I have this $300 Nepenthes. Well, I mean, cool, you can feel that way all you want about yourself, but all I see is that you got scammed on a plant that frankly is not really worth that much money. I mean, the best thing I can ever say is that with any collectible good, the only value associated to it is what people will pay for it. And frankly speaking, most of the hyperinflated plants that people use as a status symbol are not as sellable as people would think. So like, oh yeah, there's Nepenthes Edwardsiana or something like that, sure, you could put it up for $1,000 to $2,000 and sure, might sell in a week. But I mean, like, there's numerous other plants that you put up that will literally sell within an hour because they're under $20 and people can actually afford that. So they kind of neglect the fact that there's a whole supply and demand thing that actually, indicates why that one plant is worth so much. And then frankly, it's funny because these really hyper expensive plants tend to require very specialized grow setups. And most of them that end up in cultivation in people's grows like this will just die because, like, for example, highland plants, they don't have, the right conditions for it, or they're in a highland environment, don't have the right lowland conditions for them. All kinds of different issues, but generally speaking, people will use plants as a status symbol to feel better than others. And then there's the other group of people, which tend to be the younger crowd that are chronically online. And I mean, for anybody who's over the age of 25 who's watching this, you probably understand that, yeah, there's definitely a period of time in people's lives that they think they know everything about life and have it all figured out. And eventually, in most cases, the world ends up slapping them around and showing them that no, they don't know everything about everything. So you can definitely see that there's a definite push and pull effect that happens in that people want to come into the hobby, but these other individuals who are trying to feel superior or frankly act like they're know-it-alls because, oh, I've been growing for a year and my Venus flytrap looks so great. It's like, yeah, good on you, bud, but if you haven't seen real issues and haven't overcome them, then you're not really in a position to, lecture or tell anybody on how they should grow their plants. The whole reason you guys see me doing this YouTube channel, or the fact that I run my own Discord, is because a lot of my customers have issues with the plants, and I frequently get asked a bunch of questions that they otherwise wouldn't want to post online groups. And not to say like they're not good questions, it's just they're really afraid of harassment, which honestly, I've experienced my fair share of harassment from these online groups as well. So, funny enough, I should make that a video for another day. basically the various online incidents I've had with some of these toxic groups. Now, there are people that are in those toxic groups that I'm mentioning that aren't really bad people, but I mean, I'm in some of the shitpost groups myself, and I laugh time to time for some of the memes and things that are in there. So don't just think that because somebody's in one of those that they themselves are a toxic individual or a troll or going to harass you or something like that. Just you'll notice that there's definitely an overlap between the people who do and are there. So just wanted to make you guys aware of that. If you're looking for a very non-toxic community that where you can very freely talk to experienced growers and also a 11-year long grower who's also owns a nursery and is financially vested in trying to give you good information, you can join my Discord. Links down in the description below. And yeah, I think that's how I'm going to wrap this video up. If you want to hear more about my online issues and whatnot, by all means, leave a comment. And who knows, maybe if there's enough interest, I'll make one of those. Thank you so much for watching. Please go down in the description. There's a link to my nursery where you can buy a plant and support the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.